Time now is 18:13. Roll call, William Perez here, Foreman here, Chad, baby duty excused. Gary, medical issue excused, Judy here, Pedro here. Nicole absent, Ed here, Monique absent for now, and William Knickerbocker is no longer, he has resigned.
Charles James, add him to the.
Charles James,
Yes.
So he's officially a member?
yeah.
Yeah, he already should.
So please rise for the pledge of allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hello. Take seats. Folks, since we do not have quorum right now, we can, however, discuss the March agenda item, but let's see, any public comments? No public comments. Any order of business, additions, deferral, deletions? Does anybody want to add or discuss anything from the last meeting? All right. Moving on, let's, we can't really do a review or adoption of minutes, but we can all review it. I may ask some questions just for clarification because I was not present. So
What time is the Arbor Day event on the 25th of April? Anybody know?
we haven't scheduled it yet, so we're going to have to make an event. Because we have it treated that it's somebody.
It's
And so, what time did you usually do that? Was it like 10 o'clock? And then, well, first of all, it's Arbor Day. It doesn't have to happen exactly on Arbor Day. So let's take a look at the schedule so we can at least tentatively have something set up. Because the 25th is a Friday. We could do the event on the 26th so more people can attend. Would that be better?
I'm supposed to be in Texas and he has an event that day. That's his event. That's the
Okay.
big thing.
How about the 19th? We could always do it before.
Yeah.
Are you in the country?
Mhm.
I'm in the country. All right, so let's do
Is
our
that really
Arbor.
Easter? That might be Easter. Is that
It's
okay?
Good Friday, the night, day before.
The 19th is a day before Easter.
Is that okay?
But the only thing is, don't they do the Easter egg hunt in that same park? So won't they be prepping that
Yeah,
park? for
see his
Easter egg hunt?
availability for the,
Right now, there's nothing in the 19th, but
No, I'm saying the 20th is usually the Easter egg hunt, right?
On Easter? They do it on Easter?
right
In
now.
Veterans Park?
can we get,
Maybe I'm scared.
can we get, let's do it the way we did it with Rosa Hammer. We did it inside the Mary Collins Center, so we did the presentation and all that stuff and all the speaking, so we're inside, we're not out in the sun, and then we just kind of walked out. And we can have ceremonial shovel and bucket of dirt. Your tree will already be in the ground.
Right.
And just, have you and do that kind of stuff. How's that? All right, can we reserve the Mary Collins Center for the 19th?
And keep that 10, you said?
Yeah, let's make it 10 o'clock. Does that sound good?
Sure. Thank you.
I'm sorry, this is April, May,
April.
April.
April 19th. Do you know, Isabella, is there any way we can get the nice, I know they have a ceremonial shovel in Miami
Okay.
Lakes because every time they do a groundbreaking, they put it on Facebook and all over social media, and you see that nice, pretty shovel. Any way we can use that for,
I can ask, yeah.
kind of like, pretend that, Judy planted the tree herself with a fancy shovel. So,
I'll come in my overalls.
Johnny Atkinson.
super classy.
Maybe I have one smaller next one. Looks like professional shovel, but this is small.
No, I got I have a
I
shovel
bought it to
too.
go to with a good beach.
We'll have a few shovels. We'll bring a few shovels, so it looks like everybody
Yeah,
planted the
really
tree.
nice.
So, and,
Which one shovel? Good?
And they
You
said I
can
got a
get
shot.
that one,
And,
ninety minutes, do like.
see if we can, you wanna see if you can get, look at our budget here. For Arbor Day. I already let. By the way, before we. I kind of let Peterman and, town manager and the public works director. I let them know when we approved it, that you were going to tree review.
He's busting their chops for a proclamation, so they must really be saying my name.
Oh, they-
No, they're not.
Yes,
But I mean, it's sort of like,
That's tough.
it's sort of like, I want to make sure that they didn't.
I've been here so many times and it's always something and then finally the, Joshua assistant start working maybe 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
And
I'm not, I'm just a little
so
We
embarrassed.
got $2,000 for
Just here to
trees.
help.
We got $2,000 in our line item for trees.
Oh, my God.
I'm not sure how much the tree costs, but, can't make a
I
motion.
do love a fishtail palm if I have any choices. I'm just. A single trunk fishtail palm.
Yeah, let's just sort of get a substantial tree, not put some twig in the ground, something that's.
I'll just dig one out of my yard and bring it.
When
I got 100-foot palm tree. I'll bring it in the new truck.
the truck, no, you can do
Why don't we rely on the government to do what they're supposed to do? I think they're gonna have a nice tree.
It's fine.
tree.
Yeah, no,
They're-
I'm kidding. I'm
The
kidding.
ones they've always put in has been always very pretty, and they kind of,
Beautiful.
and it becomes a
I
shade
had no
tree.
idea. This is such a wonderful surprise.
it becomes a shade tree and stuff like that, and it's really nice. Okay, so, yeah, we have $2,000 allocated for tree purchase on the budget.
It's a lot. Why don't we say?
line item
why don't we give that to
0017777.
sponsor scholarship and
No, we have
You have to
to.
get a substantial tree, otherwise they just, they run a move.
So, can you follow up with, Jeremy or whoever it is at Public Works and ask them, how much of that do they use for the tree? Maybe they use the whole amount.
Okay.
Because what I'm trying to think of is if we can have pastelitos and coffee.
Yeah,
okay.
For the event at 10 a.m.,
Yeah.
So if we can, Pedro, we'll talk about it afterwards. Maybe
Yeah.
we get the American Legion to pay for it.
Let me go.
We have American Legion coffee.
I'm not even asking.
We just need that Pasolitos, we can bring the
In
American
2
Legion
hours?
coffee.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, that's,
yeah. We just bring, we have all coffee maker and stuff. We can bring it there. Yeah. we can do
We've
it all.
we've got 2 K-cup.
No, it's better, we have, those that they give cafe con leche.
Yeah.
On the,
Yeah.
we try to.
I'll let Pedro, we'll figure it out.
$100 maybe.
We'll get to the money. American Legion will take care of that. All right, we don't have to vote on that.
So 2 hours, 10 to 12, 3 hours?
Yeah, I think 10 to 12, and then we walk out.
10 to
Yeah.
12, yeah.
Okay.
Perfect, okay. All right, so let me see anything else on the agenda, previous minutes that needs to. I just need to ask questions to make sure I understand what's going on.
I noticed here that on the, the minutes from the last meeting. Item 5, number B, the proposed banner program.
Hey,
That thing we,
Tabled
I
it.
proposed to be moved, we tabled it, but the fact is we discussed it afterwards and we voted that we went along with it. I don't know why the minutes don't reflect that.
You mean,
Do you remember that, Ed?
no, I don't remember that, that's why. It said proposed banner motion to table item 8D until the next meeting.
I want to propose it to Bill was here, so we could discuss it.
But we can't discuss it now.
We can discuss it, we just can't vote on it.
Yeah, we can discuss it.
No, that's fine, but what I'm saying is you moved it to 8D, new business, and there it said proposed banner program.
Right.
Motion to table item 8D until next meeting by Borman, second by Fiat. Motion passes unanimously, so. It did not exist in the agenda. You added it.
Right.
You asked, so all that says in 5A
Right.
was you adding a new
a new business.
item.
Right.
So then when you go to 8.
Right.
8D, I'm sorry. Then when it came up, you said to like table it until whatever the special. set
And it
means.
didn't make it to this agenda.
Oh.
No,
well,
because, yeah, I didn't make it that, because
So that means.
I I got the information that it had been passed, so I didn't put it on this agenda. So-
Okay, well, we can't change this agenda because we don't.
No,
have
no,
quorum.
no, no, we don't have
So-
form to change it, and
We
that,
can
that's
still
okay.
talk about it, right?
We can
And
talk
so
about
we're
it,
ready
so-
For the next one.
Yeah, so let me just brief everybody on what's going on, and I pulled up the proposed, it's basically Town of Miami Lakes Veterans Banner Qualification hierarchy or whatever, eligibility.
Mhm.
So the problem is we have a lot of banners and we're running the space for banners, to put banners up. And the truth is, we have a lot of banners of folks who have almost very little to no connections to Miami Lakes. And we have banners of folks who, have passed away a while back and they're still up. So I suggested that we make this kind of like, hierarchy eligibility rule.
Mhm.
So, so for me, those who are eligible are currently veterans who are residents of Miami Lakes or who own a business in Miami Lakes or who work for the town of Miami Lakes
Correct.
or who are members of any veteran organization, American Legion Post, et cetera, that meets in Miami Lakes or a close relative of a resident of Miami Lakes. Those are currently the rules right now. Those are the ones that exist right now.
One thing you said that was key, you had mentioned that, the veterans, even though the banners aren't up there, their names would be moved, and they'd be on the plaque. The proposed,
Yeah, the Veterans Monument.
Yeah.
So, I recommend that we limit banners to the first four categories. So we're removing those who are relatives of a resident of Miami Lakes, because that could be somebody who doesn't even live, like, for example, I have somebody who's not, I have somebody being proposed right now. Who,
Well, for example, Richard, I think his wife moved already,
yeah,
so
yeah,
he passed
and,
away. And,
I
they
think
no
it-
longer got nothing to do with the Miami Lakes.
From the outside and not
Yeah.
being a veteran.
Yeah.
Just- I would say that anybody that's gonna come off those,
Mhm.
go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Have a place for those names somewhere else, whatever, a permanent place for someone else. So they kind of move out of that into a spot that's forever.
Richard is a
forever
purpose.
commemorated.
but the problem is, it's, we can have, like, for
I think
example.
We should always have them replaced because you have new people moving here. Hope to God that people continue to be veterans. and serve.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is, they may not have any connection or nexus actually with Miami Lakes, it may be like their
But they
parents.
did, so maybe my grandchild
they
comes back
did.
to my lakes to see
Yeah.
where my great grandpa, and that's the spot where it's always gonna be. Even if it lives in a QR code, make it live somewhere forever.
And we could do that in the Veterans Monument.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what he had said.
Well, but the
before.
thing is also like, I don't know, I didn't think the universe was that big, and maybe that's the issue, because I thought the universe was veterans or active military in Miami Lakes that live in Miami Lakes or have a business in Miami Lakes. I didn't know it expanded
Correct.
to
Work
everything
around
else,
it.
right? Because I remember you were here long
Yes.
enough that this was a
Yes.
big argument for years,
Yes.
not argument, but like discussion.
Correct, yes.
For years, so I didn't realize it was that big, and that maybe is the issue with the banners. But to me, let's say, obviously, I didn't serve in the military, but if my son served in the military, and I've been living Miami Lakes all my life, and my son can live wherever, Hawaii, Virginia, why can't I put my son up on one of those banners? From my perspective, right?
yeah,
So I don't know how, I mean, I would want clarification, because at least I don't remember all those like me, and I remember there was a time, I guess I've been here too long, because there was a time when we didn't have enough people for the banners.
Correct.
right,
Right? So we expanded the universe. And now
Yeah. we kind of expanded it too much.
Too much.
So
So,
maybe just
and I think it,
in a
So
tiny.
now make
just
that
a
hell
tiny
of the
thing.
banners too, so that's what happened.
you don't want to give something to someone and then take it away.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna-
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well,
Rub people the wrong way. So
It
even a
does, it
QR
does.
code or anything
You
like
guys
that.
must have went through quite a discussion to get to this list.
Mhm.
So like Ed is saying, and I agree. I think you should leave it like that, because you might start losing people at some point. And then as you get new applicants, you gotta put them in order by when they were put in, and then as you get full from the top. The bottoms will start moving into a forever commemorative QR code or plaque on the veterans wall, or however you guys we're gonna do that.
yeah, I mean, the
But
thing
a
is,
tiny thing.
I wouldn't want, for
Stay up there
example.
until,
Let's say, see, here's what's going on, is we have people who end up retiring in Miami Lakes, right? Like you decide to retire in Miami Lakes. and your son never lived in Miami Lakes,
Mhm.
no connection to Miami Lakes, and he's in the military now, but you retired Miami Lakes. Maybe we can, should we have your son's banner up?
I think more so than somebody that just meets in Miami Lakes as part of a committee.
Okay,
You get what I'm saying?
so, yeah, but then the question also becomes, then should we have your son on a veterans monument? Because he's not a Miami Lakes resident ever? Permanent?
No, but respectfully, I think it's two different issues.
I'm just trying to check, yeah, it is.
You get what I'm saying? So
trying to
we
check
were
the-
talking about the flags.
Yeah.
Right? So the flags, first of all, from my understanding, there's a process, right? There's an application, you have to check the DD4s or whatever, right? to make sure- Well, right. So all that. So I thought it was a continuous process, and maybe that's a way to weed people out, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't, because again, to me, the biggest thing that sticks in my mind is that there was a lack of people to be up on the banners,
Okay,
right? So maybe you do a process. So maybe you give everyone a grace period of 1 year. You could probably even put down the application like, hey, not reapply, but like, because there are people that die and people that move out and all that, but you give them 1 year grace period. And if we haven't heard from you to reapply in 2 years, then we weed
Move,
you
move
out.
them to the
Well,
QR code.
right, move them off. And then,
but I like that because that's kind of an administrative way of doing it, and I'm not really saying who's more worthy and who's not more worthy. It's,
and it's on them,
if you
right?
want, and it's on them.
It's on them.
Yeah, so maybe what we should do is,
Do we have the money and sponsorship dollars to continuously print the new ones every 2 years?
So far, Fred's paying and
Yeah,
he say
so
he
far.
will keep paying. Actually, he's paying Miami Lakes. Because I'm the one that
Yeah,
talked to him
Hialeah.
and he's paying Hialeah.
Yeah, I
See,
think, I
we're
don't think
doing
that's
about
an issue.
90
at all.
Hialeah.
Okay.
I don't think
We
that's.
have about
an
90
issue.
banners on Hialeah.
We have fun.
Is there any
Same boat.
duplication between here and Hialeah? You have same people in both the towns?
I don't think so. No, it's many different people. I'll tell you the truth. Gary, this guy, it's about Angel.
Right.
You,
Because of your commitment to the city of Hialeah as
Right.
well.
yes.
That shouldn't
The-
make a difference to us.
But
Yeah.
Gary,
Amounts.
okay, I mean, Gary, Fred's been paying for both, and he said he could keep paying here. At least. for
Yeah.
What I
2
think is-
years.
That application that's supposed to roll out every year,
Yes,
you put it very clear there.
it's
like,
true.
You have to renew this
correct,
application.
every 2 years.
That way. if you
No,
don't renew
every
it,
year,
then we
and then
know.
you give them the grace period. You get what I'm saying? And then 1 year passes, you're not gonna take off their, because stuff happens, something happens in their life, they don't apply. But you don't tell them, you have to reapply in 2 years. We say, you have to reapply every year.
And we're
for
not
this
gonna
honor.
remind them,
Huh?
and we're not gonna send, like, the town won't send a reminder out.
But it
to the
should be
renewals?
very easy, man. That's one of the things Alex is trying to do, right? Everything should, like, dude, this is 2025. Everything should be self-generated, man. You should have, first of all, in the application, it should be an email saying, hey, in 2 months, you have to reapply for this. Here's the link, or
Yeah,
here's
If
the,
you don't reapply, then
but then you give them a grace
Then you
period,
don't want it.
because then you don't want somebody to come here in public comments say, oh, my aunt, my uncle, my dad is not there. Well, you had, here's the notice on your application, here's the grace period year we gave you. We removed it and we put it on the QR code in honor of the Veterans Park.
So let me ask you, Isabella, is there a database that has currently the listing of all those on the veterans banner with their emails? And is there a method for the town to send a reminder to reapply after 1 year? Is a new process or no?
That would have to be some type of like website logistic. I don't have the answer for
Okay.
that, right? But we do store all the forms for people who of course apply.
So it's a matter of loading a
I'm sorry,
calendar or
give me-
CRM or something with
Yeah.
Some
reminders.
type of
Yeah.
automatic.
Can you ask about that? See how we-
Thank
Do
you.
we require that people who have their banners up submit a copy of their DD 214? Wasn't that part of the?
No, 100% that was part of it, because.
Yeah, that's part of it.
That there's people that have fake medals and all that.
oh yeah.
Where were those?
Drive
I know. I know a guy that is a colonel.
Who has the two?
Okay, we already kicked him out of the end of the fair committee. You should see him on the newspaper.
Who has
Colonel.
the DD 214s?
He's crazy.
Who has the DD 214s of the applicants? Who has the?
Well, it should be in
Yes,
the
you see.
town should have it if
When
we
they
have.
saw it.
Materials they submit.
Can we use all those materials? Can we put it all in a database? Somebody transcribe it and we'll have it all in an email, so we can just work off of that?
an email, like.
To take
What
those
do you want to
files,
do?
to take those files, the names, the phone numbers, the
Somebody
email
knows
addresses.
that, man.
And we put all those, like Bill had mentioned, they put it all in a database and we'll have access to it. Then we can vet them and go through at the meeting and vet which ones, or however we want to do this. Do the mail out, send email.
We just gotta make sure we protect the personal private information. That's on the DB 214.
I think name, phone number, email address. That's enough, right?
Yeah, okay, but I really like Ed's proposal, so once we get a chance to vote, we'll
Yeah.
do it that way with the renewal, that way there's,
But in the meantime.
if they're interested, you will keep on doing
Right?
it. You
If
know,
it's your
Which is
kid
better
that
than-
served, then you make sure, or whoever, your husband, whoever.
because I really wanna leave the Veterans Monument. I want it to be like, no kidding, veterans who were actual residents,
Okay, so that's gonna be a little different. So they'll still.
Right, but
still
that's
be
fine, but you
under
can
QR
still do
code
it
for
like
that.
a QR code for
Yeah.
the people
You
that
can do
live,
a tree of
When-
all,
Yeah, when you do that
that
monument,
pass through this town.
yes,
so when you do that monument and you put the names on there for the
Yeah.
various.
and we'll do that for next year's Arbor Day.
Conflicts or wars they were in, where are you going to get the information for that? I got one in New Jersey that came up 25 years after I moved out of town. All of a sudden, somebody sends a picture of my name on
You
mine.
wanna read me?
How did that happen? Where did they get that information?
Huh?
Is that, how did we do
The
that?
shiny shovel? Thank you.
well, I mean, it's gonna, we'll get to that point the minute we get the monument going.
Yeah.
So, I don't wanna figure out a problem until we have that monument well.
Can we start the
on way.
monument's QR code though and start adding to it, even if it's in QR code land until we get the monument, because it's gonna be a long time until that monument goes up.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah,
You
'cause
know,
it's,
We can
Another
start collecting that, I'll add that to the,
Next.
I'll ask the Girl Scouts to do that.
oh, so they're doing it finally?
Yeah,
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
do it?
do that. They got three girls who need to get their silver.
The
award.
one that we did the dog thing with?
Yes.
Yeah, she's sweet.
I mean,
Yeah.
those are great kids, and so they're like, yeah, now we can add that. That's a good idea. All right, I just got a text from Monique. She can't make it. Her husband can't get off work, so.
Well, let me ask you this, if we are 9 now,
We're 10.
Oh, it's still 10 because
no, he's already been.
Charles is added.
Charles was added, so the quorum.
If Charles wasn't added, we.
Yeah,
we would have
you're right, you're right.
They're planning to change, they're planning to change the rules dealing with quorum.
Mhm.
They're planning to do a few rule changes that are gonna
Quorum?
be, yeah,
Really? How do you
they're
change
gonna make
quorum?
quorum only 30%.
That's ridiculous.
I asked.
Yeah.
I
That
asked
sounds
the
like-
mayor,
that sounds like a
please,
coup.
well, I
Yeah,
asked the mayor
that's-
before he became a mayor. And he was, going against Tony, I told him both, please, I ask you if you have a chance, at least once, you should go to our committees and talk to us. To see what we need, because actually, we're the one that support the town,
You can't change quorum, the whole.
and
point
then
is
we,
50 plus
we've
one.
been neglected on
Yeah, I
many
know.
things. So
They're gonna-
they all promised me, Joshua told me he probably want to come, because I told him, our biggest committee is the Edge Affair. We do a lot of events. We
But they're
really
also-
need too many
yeah.
people, I got at least $15,000-$20,000 every year.
They're gonna have,
Help us.
they're gonna have major changes dealing with the
Yes,
attendance
no,
rule as well.
he promised me that he will do it.
So we'll see what happens. Okay, let's get to the report. I don't know, if it's in not in the agenda.
Yeah, it is. in the last-
How are you?
Yes,
Yeah, please.
We're not having a meeting.
we're just having a review.
Discussion. That's the budget. It's not the report. The report talks about the activities we did, the initiatives and events and future projects and consideration. So the activities that we did the reindeer run. And the budget for that was, well, we don't have a budget for it. Don't do it, but I can see. But we raised 38,000.
That's the net,
That's net raised. That's from last year,
24.
right? Or this year,
Who raised that?
I don't know.
24? That's what we raised for.
So that's probably close, except we're pending the bus. The bus isn't out of that for the kids to take them for the
Oh, okay.
marching
I
band.
think it was like 800 bucks.
Yeah, $800. So we're still at like,
Then-
37,000.
37,000 something.
Yeah, that was a good one because we started eliminating the things that we don't really, that weren't really that
Memorial Day,
cost effective.
we have a line item budget.
Enough money to buy 2 Coronas.
No, not anymore.
No.
1 and a quarter
Well,
Corollas,
yeah.
maybe 1.5.
We don't really have a Memorial Day budget, but we do Memorial Day.
We should have a budget.
But we usually just have, what, we have a singer. We should have a budget, we should have a line item budget.
We had a pretty good turnout last year, and, we had refreshments, we fell way short of, Pedro got them provided, but it was probably not enough
So
to
this,
ask the people. We had, I think.
I got Fabricio here, see if he helps us.
is this our
People
proposed,
think that we have like
is this our
150
proposed
people.
budget for?
I got
for,
Fabricio already
I
talked.
guess fiscal year 2025?
This is 2025.
It'd be
This
cool if
is
we had a
the
budget.
available, this is what you have in the account right now, the 34.
But I thought we had open line items that had zeros.
Yeah, they
Right.
removed some line items, but they didn't add the ones we wanted. They
Yeah.
had, they remember we had some like line items for some events that only happened once,
Placeholders.
yeah. And then we wanted a line
Arbor
item. We need to
Arbor
add,
Day.
and I'll put this in the report, we need to add a line item for Memorial Day. And we need to add a line item for the Veterans Monument. So we're giving the town quite a bit of money for the Veterans Monument.
What's going on with the plans for that?
I got the plans. Well, I got the bid to make the plans. And the bid to make the plans and all the engineering plans, all the permitting stuff comes out to $36,000. I'm like, just for the plans? I'm like, we're just making a wall, we're not making a Taj Mahal, but whatever. And I think we already gave them 10, and based upon what we voted for last time, if we give them 50% of, let's say, 37,000, we'll be giving them like 12 or something like that. And the town, if there's an overage, they're going to fund the rest for the plan. At least that's the intent right now, if there's an overage. And they'll find out when the budget cycle ends for them, and they'll figure it out. So we will have at least the plans done, and once we have the plans done, then we'll know the actual, how much it costs to make it.
If you want it, I can ask Homero. Homero is a general contractor. He's an engineer. He's
Yeah.
been in town for about 27 years. He knows everything.
Well, no, but I think we
I
got,
already asked him if he can help us with plans
Well,
and things like
well,
that.
we gotta go through the town's contracting
Okay.
process. They got, because they have to
They have to
create
bid
the
it
scope
out.
of work.
And they have to bid it
They have
out.
to bid it out, and they have to, since it is using the taxpayer funds, they have to use the government contracting process. So,
You, Bill, I had a couple small items built in the past in my life, and before I even went to the extent of having architectural plans brought up and went for permits, I had renderings done, artist pictures of what I wanted. And I thought that possibly they were going to at least do a picture, a rendering, and that doesn't cost $36,000 of what we want. And then from that, fine tune it, bring it to the drawing board for the architects and the engineers. And then
Well,
for the permits.
that's gonna happen,
Yeah.
actually. That's all part of the whole contract.
But wouldn't
So-
it start with the rendering?
I don't do that for a living. But from what I understand is basically, we're gonna meet several times, and anybody's welcome to meet with them. I'm gonna meet with them to make sure that, right now, we're at $36,000 just to develop the plans and do the permitting and do the renderings and stuff like that. We haven't, and then we can start looking at the plans and the renderings that they're doing for $36,000. And then we'll have to have the Milcon budget, military construction, not military, Veterans Monument construction money will be a totally different thing. So the renderings and stuff is all part of this contract that they have offered, and the town has accepted, and so, and it's from some contractor they've used before, and an agency they've used before. But one of the things that I made sure to put in it is that they talk to us, that they have to, all step of the way, they have to be meeting with the Veterans Committee. So they don't, make something that we all sit back and go, what the heck is this thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
You want to
So-
invite the mayor for the next meeting?
No, I don't need a vice mayor.
No, the mayor.
Yeah, I don't need a vice
My
mayor.
only question on that, Bill, is, and I do this a lot, even every day in my HOA. I mean, when someone wants to build something, what they do, the first thing they do, before there's even any plans or any architectural drawings, the first thing they have is a rendering and a picture of what they want to do.
Right.
Then from that, then they go ahead and they fine tune it, they give it to the architect, and they go ahead and they make it into an architectural drawing and blueprints. But they start out with just a picture of what they want, and we've never seen a picture of an idea of what you want. pictures of other things,
Larry,
but never,
respectfully, the issue is that you're more hands-on, right? We don't control the RFP
No.
process, right? So whatever the town put out is what's gonna get bid on, correct?
Yeah.
So
And it's already been bid and it's
And
already
it's
been
not.
awarded.
the money's gone, right?
Yeah, well, it's not been obligated. It's been awarded to this contractor once the money's there. They won the bid, they were only bid.
Yeah.
They put it out for bid and they came up. And so, yeah, as the thing is, Larry, I mean, I cannot change the process that they use. They're complying with the governmental contracting process that the state law and town rules require them to
The
use,
county too.
you know? We're
The
about
thing is,
private.
where we can leverage is the amount of money we're
Putting in.
putting in, so
Yeah.
that's where I think Bill's, make sure you sit with us, show us this, do this.
Yeah,
Right.
because one of the things is, once we have the renderings and everything, and once we have the plans detailed, then I can start going to Representative Fabrizio. I can go to Senator Rene Garcia, because they've all said that they will assist. And the American Legion's already doing a fundraising for it. You know, I think they've raised about $300 already. So they're gonna do some more fundraising, and we got some commitment from other organizations to
And we
provide
got-
money.
For the event of 26, at least I will give the American Legion at least $5,000.
Yeah, so, yes, we're gonna fundraise for this,
Right.
and then that way, we can basically have this veterans monument paid for by veterans for the most part. You know,
Amazing.
yeah, that'd be amazing, so. That's why, that's why I'm telling them, we want a seat at the table, we don't want, something, made and we like, what is that,
No, and the committee.
well,
heard
that's
this
what
and
I'm saying. What do they make it? What are they doing?
Well, they're modeling after the Wichita, Kansas one, which is that swooping wall that goes like that. And the difference is, instead of having just plain old names, is my recommendation is we have names with QR codes. And so you pop it up there and it has their bio, who they were with their
Yeah.
picture. That way it's a living wall, basically. It's not just a granite wall with dead.
Yeah,
names.
no, it's interactive.
Yeah,
Interactive,
like,
that's what they call it.
I did
interactive.
peruse through all my agendas I have, and I was able to find, in 2022, we did have a line item for Memorial Day.
Okay. Why they take
Twice.
it out?
I don't know where it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, find out what happened to Memorial Day, line item and then
Yeah,
why
we
they
could use
removed
that
it.
money the last one.
So anyway, I'm gonna ask
Might have
for,
had last one.
I'm gonna
I
ask for the
couldn't find it right
restoration of the
now.
memorial, restore
There's
that.
a lot of agendas, these are all agendas in order here.
And then I'm gonna ask for veterans, monument, be added on there, cause we've been giving them a lot of money. And, I don't wanna go into the general fund. And you know what happens when it goes into the general, fund,
Mhm.
generally gets lost.
Let's just make sure that our net proceeds from their 5K go where they're supposed to go, and they don't get swallowed up in any of this stuff.
Which is another thing that we table.
Yeah.
That's me.
We don't have to table it again.
Well, I think we decided what the allocation would be.
Yeah,
We don't know what
just
the
have
amount-
to.
We have to
just
tie the
find-
amount, yeah. Okay,
Do you have the actual, like, P&L from the run?
Perdón, van a cortar la luz.
Who's gonna cut the light?
Es que están arreglando atrás y lo van a cortar. De la ya me
They're cutting the lights.
Wait,
but we're in the meeting live.
wait, we haven't did.
Y hay una. Hay otro.
No se demora mucho.
No se demora mucho.
Well, we have,
Oh, yeah.
we'll just put our little flashlights on.
Boy, later we said-
I mean, are they cutting all the electricity?
They're really terrible dudes.
Guys, you're done, you're shut down. Your light's on your phone.
Are we going creepy now? All right, fantastic. This is great. All right, then moving right along. This town is awesome. We're running out of money. We need Doge. That's what we need in this town. Okay. What was the other item I was looking at? Okay,
So did we,
okay, the activity,
wrap
we
up
did
what
the
we're gonna
reindeer run, the Memorial Day, the Veterans Day Parade. Our budget for that is,
So, real quick, not to interrupt you, Bill, but the reindeer run, I thought we already had voted on that to be the 13th. I put tentatively on on the
Yeah, it's on
minutes I
the-
did, but I'm pretty sure that
We
was.
voted on it, yeah.
That
we
was
voted.
in January when I
That's a
was
hard
here.
date, That's a hard date, yeah.
Yeah, I already, yeah, on January 9th, we did that.
Right,
Yeah.
so,
That's done.
so we got clarification from the people that do the one and all.
I think we
that.
even
We're good,
reserved
right?
it, we even reserved it, the
Yeah.
park.
You
Okay.
checked the permit on the 13th? Okay.
And so for the,
The parade, that's the one we're missing.
yeah, for the Veterans
Yeah,
Day
he's
parade,
giving us, he told me to let him know, I told him about 15 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
So he said, let me know, and
And
then
the
we,
other committee.
Yeah.
okay,
That's their problem.
we got 15
They
minutes.
I
consider
mean,
that.
Yeah.
we, the Veterans Day parade, we don't have a line item for that either anymore. What happened? We used to have a line item for it. That's for sure.
For what?
Veterans
I
Day
don't-
parade,
Five,
did we have a line item for it? No, I'm good.
Do we pay?
I thought for sure we had one.
I thought for sure we had one. Maybe we don't pay, but maybe the town pays for it.
No, I don't think so.
No,
We pay for
It
it?
wasn't on the
We paid for it.
2022 one.
we paid for.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's a-
The town paid for the police and
Town
the other stuff,
funded.
we paid
No.
out.
Yeah, yeah,
We gotta pay the police.
so he's right.
No, we don't.
Not for the Veterans
No,
Day parade,
no,
no, the town did.
No, it's not on 2022, so we never had it as a line item, so I won't ask them. But anyway, so that's another event, so town pays for that.
We paid for the lunch.
Okay, now Arbor Day, we have it on here as plaque purchasing trees with plaques. That's our Arbor Day fund. And we're doing that in honor of GD with the QR code.
We want to make sure it's a nice tree too, Judy.
Thank you.
Can we not, there's a lot of money in that line item. Can we get that tree? What is it called? The fish tree?
The fish
But
tail
that's
palm
stupid, man.
single
She's right.
from
They're also 100 Gs the last 2 years on that run, like.
three,
come on.
150.
There, that's,
1,648 runners.
look, let's do it. Like,
I gotta, you want me to go to council and say, oh,
No,
by the
please.
way,
there's a line
Nobody's
item of 2
money.
Gs.
there's $2,000 and Judy would really like a
Scholarship.
fish tail.
How much that tree is that?
But I think the arborist
Weird.
one
And the problem
decides,
is that they
the
make seeds that are poisonous.
arborist
Oh, okay,
decides the
There's
tree.
there's no dogs allowed in the park.
Yeah, I know. There's
The
one Miami Lakes.
Yeah, no, they
The
won't want
arborist
they won't
decides
want
the tree. So I think it's one of those things that we just get to name the tree, they pick the tree.
Yeah, it's fine.
They don't allow dogs in the concourse too, when we're taking them trees.
Okay, what other activities did we did for 2024?
The fishing,
The fishing, yeah.
We allocate
Fishing with,
$500 to that.
and I think we did in the last meeting, we contributed $500.
Yes. I given 3 sponsors.
Do you know when they're gonna
I-
receive that $500, Isabella, because the event's in April,
I will talk to finance
so
about
they
it.
need to get that check pretty soon.
When does the budget have to be in?
The
The
report,
25 budget.
the report that Bill works on for council is due March 6th, the budget that you're gonna.
March 6th.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
So
have
if
another
there-
meeting.
if there's any
in order to-
modifications, we need to do that now.
But I made it my sheets, no?
The
No.
next meeting is March 6th, but you
Yeah, March
actually
6th,
need to
our
be
next
submitted
meeting.
by 5 o'clock to the town clerk, so that's why the special call was today.
That's
To
what
get
I'm
the
saying.
report
That we didn't
together.
get.
Right.
Okay,
That's what we're doing.
let's make a report already ready. Next, we're gonna try to do one more special call to vote it in so we can make the date, no?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if we voted it or not.
Okay.
Because it's something that is required by, town rules anyhow.
$500 is less than, it doesn't have to go to town council, right?
Yeah, I can approve anything like
Like,
that.
anything less than a certain amount can just be
Yeah.
moved around, right?
Less than 700.
And the chair can do that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
That's
Okay,
the
so-
700.
Is there anything like, do we want to add a little bit more from Memorial Day for lunch that day, or
We have
Wait,
500
wait,
that's been
this is what we're gonna
increased
send to
that
town
won't be
council?
enough for lunch for
There's
everyone?
budget?
Well, it's not exactly what I proposed because they didn't put the line items we wanted. So what I'm gonna tell them is, this budget is missing the following line items.
Oh, yeah, and we have to have another meeting, let's have it, 'cause
Yeah.
this looks nothing like the budget from here.
Yeah, I have a better one somewhere with a
Yeah.
lot more lines than this.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
There's a
not.
bunch
So I
I
don't
mean,
know
I know
where,
that we're not meeting, but.
I don't know where these line items went to. I mean, at the very least, we need to have a Memorial Day line item and a Veterans Monument. Can you pull up to 2022? What else? What other
There's
things?
trees with plaques.
Yeah, we got that.
That's
We have that one.
$2,000. Okay,
We got that.
then the Memorial Day events,
Where
actually
is that?
$1,120.
Yeah, that got pulled off.
Where's
So,
What's the line, what's the identification?
yeah.
It's,
zero for-
Last three.
437.
Oh, no, yeah, but that's their big,
So-
548, 158.
Not there.
548.
That's the second number, which is on all of them. It's
Yeah, except,
548, what was
it's
the
all the
last
same
three?
numbers.
yeah,
It's all the same numbers. Everything's all the same number,
Yeah,
even
it's all the
2022.
numbers.
It's
I
all
don't
the
know how
same.
they figure this out. These line items are not, don't make them nonsensical. Okay.
That's all that's in 22. I remember though,
We're
this was
missing
a
the
lot
Memorial Day
longer.
one.
We're missing Memorial Day.
Yeah, and basically those two.
Veterans Day too. I mean, we don't pay for veterans.
No.
Yeah, so I'll say Memorial Day and Veterans Monument are the line items we want. We want the Memorial Day one restored and the Veterans one put in, Veterans Monument. All right, so any other activity, we got Reindeer Run, we got Memorial Day, we got Veterans Day,
So
we got Arbor Day, we got fishing with the
That's-
Heritage Finest.
this line item that says veteran 5K, is that reindeer run?
Yes,
Can we maybe clean up, or are we good enough with what we said about how we're gonna change, just to propose for our next meeting, we get that vote done on the criteria for the banners? Are we good
I'll,
now?
I'll change what I'm proposing
Okay.
and I'll put out the new
The
proposal.
movement, the QR and, okay, so nobody gets
And-
thrown in the garbage when
Yeah.
it gets cycled out, if they do.
And I would look at that, I'm pretty sure that we have a specific,
Can you, Isabella, can you ask the web design guys if they could create a web page, the Veterans Banner web page?
Yeah,
landing
landing page for it,
That's why I basically, make a database.
put a calendar on it.
Yeah, make a
So the-
veteran,
like a picture
veterans,
before they throw away the banner.
So if we saw,
yeah, like a Veterans of Miami Lakes, please, you know, and then we can have banners on
Of
there.
every name, and then you
And-
click on the name.
And then
you
we
see
can
the
have
banner.
QR codes, those are on the monument, stuff like that, you know,
Digitize the QR codes also on the line and.
yes.
And we can put the, like, when we print the new banners, let's photograph them, or you know, from the printer, use the, nice proofs.
The design.
Straight into the website,
Okay.
period, always, no matter what, like they stay
Right.
there, that doesn't need to ever go away, so they get to live there forever too.
Yeah, so ask them if they can do that. So that's an initiative, okay, so that's one of our initiatives. Our initiative is,
Is Veterans Banner Perpetuity.
They have.
you know, well, I keep on telling
VVP.
the town that even though we're only 25 years old, we need to start really considering having historical, division, little department, something. Everybody should try to, on their own, every committee should try to create a little historical.
Need a historian.
Especially now, it's easy.
Yes,
It's gonna be all
it
right.
is. So we're gonna try to do a Veterans of Miami Lakes website,
Look.
subpage.
That's what we did with the Edel committee. I have about, took all the pictures from different events that we did.
Well, I think we're just gonna make it Veterans of,
Also a webpage.
we're just
on the
gonna make
wall.
it, yeah, we're just gonna make it
Right,
Veterans
the
of Miami
original
Lakes and it's gonna be the
webpage.
banner picture, with the banner picture.
Well, Fred did that, I think about 4 years ago. He made some small pictures for everybody. They gave it to us.
I'm gonna annex
Yeah,
that,
that's
so
so
you're
easy
right
to
into
do.
this town.
You can go right
Yeah,
now.
no, I
take that tax base anytime.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm not doing it.
Well, let's find out, let's find out.
But even if you leave, you can send somebody.
There's already
there.
social media.
Yeah.
And then,
You can create. special-
Okay.
And find out the cost, if there's a cost attached to that, so maybe we can fund it, so find out the cost.
No, those stations already exist. without
You can bring your
having to
card if you want to put it on.
Because social media has, special groups, which you can set up, like, high school,
Right now I'm getting killed by your
union
friend.
groups, whatever you want.
Yeah, but I'm not sure whether, I don't know whether their web design people are
That's
contractors.
Monica.
Yeah, she's
Perez.
gonna call you and she's gonna call me. I
Or-
said,
Or employees, are they full-time employees or they're contractors, your
Well,
web design? Okay,
Is,
Kind of figuring
what's
out.
his name still here?
What would be the difference
Chad?
between,
No, what's? I'm sorry.
Jonathan did.
No,
say
not
Stephanie.
No, the other gentleman that took the photos, Jacob, is he still with us? You don't know Jacob? Then he's gone, he must be gone.
Why didn't you take pictures? I got people. People with
Specializing
pictures.
in that is Alex Navarro. I don't know if you know her or not. She takes
But I think-
pictures, does social media.
Maybe.
We don't have to pay anything. I got Tico in, he'll take pictures professional.
But maybe moving forward, now that we're gonna do all these things, like moving forward, we should capture all this from the beginning, right?
Yes.
the point I'm bringing out is the town of Miami Lakes uses Miami Lakes residents. They have different social media posts that are for groups. So rather than pay a web designer to go out and do everything, these things already exist. All we have to do is invite the people to join that thing, and if we have the list of who we would like to invite people from the banners, or whatever, we can invite them to join that group. And they,
are you talking about making your own like group.
Fiscal group.
A group, right,
Landing,
because that's what you're
talking
doing.
about
right?
landing.
We're talking two things.
Yeah,
We're talking about a
it's
landing
a
page.
website.
We want a landing page, so it's in the town's
We want it in the town. so it's-
forever.
It's
'cause
provided for the
groups
town,
die,
yeah.
groups get screwed up. They would, people
Groups
screw
are
them
hard
up.
to manage.
Yeah, and they're hard to
But
manage.
then the other thing would be, then the other thing to do it would be, the town already has a page. We would just have to participate in the page the town already has.
Yes, that's what the whole
Right.
idea
Yes.
is. That will be a link.
Yes,
It's gonna be a link
Yes.
on the town page.
William, we have 3 minutes.
okay.
He-
Alright.
He's gonna wait to take it off until we finish.
The lights, but there's people on the.
Is there
phone.
anything,
They're
is
gonna
there?
be-
I did it for ourselves.
Well,
What can you do? I can tell them they can go over.
Government excited.
Folks, we need to pick a date for the Veterans Parade, tentatively.
The ninth as a fill-in, but we wanna make sure that's okay with all of you.
For what?
For Veterans Day Parade.
That's our choice, not all those people from all those, the huge thing?
Well,
What day
you're
is
the
Veterans
committee,
Day?
so
November,
Oh my
November.
you'll be okay with
11th.
the date.
So, yeah, November 9th is good.
the night,
Is that like
When's
fall,
Veterans Day?
That's,
Sunday.
November 9th? Oh, I'm gonna
that's
26th.
a Sunday.
Veterans Day would be the 11th, that'd be on
Veterans
Tuesday.
Day, November
Yeah,
9th.
so that's a day off.
So we did on Sunday the 9th, yeah,
That'd be great.
Do we usually do it on a Sunday?
Yes.
Okay.
there's been a lot of complaints about people going to church and not being able to attend because they're in church.
All right, folks.
So,
Anything else, Isabella, that we need to do?
Just need, are we doing another meeting before?
Yeah, we'll have
After
one next week.
6? Or-
we had the 6th.
I know.
We gotta do it before council.
Well,
Like Thursday.
Maybe we do it,
I don't think I don't need to have it voted on. I just need to, I have to file the report no matter what.
Right.
And we know what we're gonna cover. I'm gonna cover reindeer run, how much we raised, Memorial Day, Veterans Day, Arbor Day, the fishing with the veterans. We need a line item for Memorial
We'd
Day
like to make a
restored.
line item to take out the
Okay.
money from the from the 5K, so it goes to where it needs to go and they don't
So-
swallow it up in our
In
budget.
general fund?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What-
Sweet.
What do you mean, like make a
It's
veteran, make a veterans,
no, like the payable
Yeah.
for the commitment, for the,
all right.
It's a scholarship.
You see,
fund,
that's why
what's
we
going
need
on.
That's what I'm making the veterans fund. That's why I'm making the veterans
But
monument
we need a meeting, right?
line item, right?
big line item, we're gonna.
And
And then we're gonna
Pledge
need
out
a scholarship,
$1,000.
family scholarship line item. Is that what you're talking about?
you wanna?
No,
do Monday?
we don't have that meeting. We had the breakdown, but we tabled it to, I guess this
Yeah.
meeting. So we don't want to
We
say-
never got we never got a net figure from the 5K run.
No, we're still waiting
It's
on.
$800.
Let me just make sure I understand what
We've been
we're talking about, Ed. So we're talking about having a breakdown of where the proceeds go
I don't
into a
have, like,
specific
the
sub
last-
line items, right?
There was a line item that said 80% here, 30%, whatever the numbers were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was tabled to this meeting. We don't have to.
We never got the number.
Do we have Monday the 3rd, can we do that? The time
I
for the
wanna
council
say it
meeting?
Monday at 5. Hey, we can make a money.
That's good with me.
On the last budget, not this meeting, the original meeting, that you weren't here.
The next
Bill?
one.
I got you. I got you. I
You
just
got
read
what
it.
I'm saying?
I just read it. Yeah, we need to have another meeting.
Yeah.
But I
Monday,
mean,
the 3rd.
I don't, we need to have that before the council
I don't
meeting.
know what, it
Don't
shows
you
your
have to turn in
report, but I,
the turn in your report?
Yeah.
You have to submit the report by the 6th.
So then Monday the 3rd, we didn't have a meeting. Big time.
We can change it from the 6th to the 3rd. Instead of being the 6th, we can be the 3rd.
we can just have our general meetings, what you're saying on the
Yeah.
third.
Yeah,
Yeah,
instead of a special call, just move it.
This one.
yeah, huh?
you wanna be
yeah,
the-
can we have our general meeting on,
We do it right on Monday.
Monday the 3rd, you got 6?
Check out what time.
People are gonna kill us. Lights
I
out.
better show up. That's-
Yeah, but
That's
let's
the
give
thing, we
everyone
think
like,
everyone-
Well, the third, March 3rd?
Yes, March 3rd.
That's a Sunday.
Monday,
Monday.
Monday. March 3rd is a Monday.
Oh, I'm looking the wrong year. Oh,
I feel the same way.
Six, is the room available?
6 o'clock?
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay, good, book it, book it,
They're gonna,
And
book it, Dana.
we have to, they don't gonna have like.
So.
All right, anything else, ladies and
Uh,
gentlemen? And what time will that meeting be?
You're the
6
chair.
PM,
6 PM or 6:30?
6,
6.
6
Send-
please.
Send a text right now.
Yes, and then I'll send it on the,
And I'll need minutes
Chair.
and agenda later.
I did my part, no? I don't owe you anything except the
The
letter.
minutes. You said.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you,
Minutes, this isn't.
No, these
this is
minutes
a
are-
fake
Well,
meeting.
big meeting,
I'm gonna send
No,
you,
man.
no,
I can send you the
a new
agenda.
agenda, you're gonna have to have the agenda.
Yeah, I'm cracking it out right now. All right, meeting's adjourned.
Thank you.
There's no
Motion
meeting,
to
Bill.
adjourn. No
I'm
meeting.
not
It's
doing
adjourned.
minutes.
Have a great day, buddy.
I'm gonna guy go with me there because I feel like we shut it off.
You thought I was kidding, didn't
I did, I thought you were giving me a hard time.
Thank you, Yuri.
Well,
Thank
9 times out of 10 I am, but.
Mr. President, Eladio, excuse?
He was sick or something? Was he-
No, he told us at the other meeting.
Oh, that's right, he was gonna be absent.
Danielle Monticello,
Present.
Francesca,
Present.
Magali, and I believe Edwin Orr, you were
Yeah.
sworn in today?
Yeah.
So now you're official a member, so I will put you
Member.
on the roster now. Order of business, I have a comment.
Okay.
I'd like to delete whole business 6D.
60.
February 13th subcommittee meeting because that item is going to be discussed by Rudy under 6A community workshop. I make a motion to delete. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh my God, we're going on a roll before the lights go on.
That's right.
Any public comment?
No, I'll no, go ahead.
I'll
go ahead.
say
I'm a
just a quick comment.
Officer.
So the Miami-Dade Police Department is now the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office. Nothing in reality has changed, just that in the transition, some of the monies and have been allocated to different things. So really only things, some of the special events have had some issues with where the money's coming from. But besides that, everything's business as usual and whatever you guys need, you know, I'm the liaison, so I'm here.
Thank you. Appreciate it. They changed your uniforms or?
No.
No, they're gonna keep them, but I might have
You
a
be the
star.
brown, you be the brown, you be the
Oh,
brown.
yeah.
They just changed to a star, which is traditional for sheriff's office.
Yeah.
7 years with the sheriff, so I know how that is. Anything else?
No.
Thank you.
Any
Officer
questions?
Amador. Adoption of minutes?
No, before that, I was gonna mention that. I was approached by a company over the weekend
Okay.
on, maybe some options and so forth for the Zoll blasting situation, so I gotta see I gotta follow up with them and see. You know how it is nowadays, we don't know.
You
So we
say
gotta follow
approached
up.
by company, just a company?
Yeah, just a company, yeah, just a regular company, Florida. company. And then, we'll see, yeah, that goes, and then I'll let you know.
Okay.
Go from there. Anything else, anybody else?
I
Go
brought
ahead,
some,
Edwin.
I brought some documents that I made just research. I wanted to share
Oh,
later.
You can share them now.
You share 'em
now.
We made copies. for us?
Yeah.
Are we done with public comments?
Well,
no, well, you know,
he
he's.
wants to,
he
he
knows
wants to do that during public comment.
Yeah, it's not official, it's just so that people know, here in the team, like just, because last time I came here, I was asked to say, how can I contribute to the team? So this is kind of what I can do. I could get data, automated reports. So this can be refreshed automatically, monthly whenever I come to a meeting or something like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically data from the mining explosions, so every single time somebody creates a claim online, it gets recorded, right? The state has it.
Yeah.
So this is just basically that data, straight divided from city to city.
I have a question. So you're pulling this data directly from the complaint forms that are logged in. And then you're telling Power BI to separate the information by area.
Yeah, by area,
This
depending on
is,
something.
do you have something with the total in one place?
Yeah, the first one, the first one on the top left,
Yeah,
Says it right there.
the first one.
total tax. And then every page is gonna have the same setup in the top.
Right, but by city.
And these are only claims, not actual blasts.
Right, not, that's a different data set, I didn't have time. This is just real quick, just
Because it'd be interesting to superimpose the two to see what blast gets a complaint.
Yeah.
And then what doesn't, that would be the goal of the blast. You want those to be done.
I'll something like that.
I want you to illustrate what Miguel just said.
Hmm?
How long did it take you to produce something like that? Cause I'd love to include it in the presentation. for Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah.
It would need to be QA by you guys first, I can do it, but, just,
If I tell you exactly how we wanna see the data.
Can I,
Yeah.
point of order, please? Can we add this on the new business? Because we can't do this on the public comments.
Right.
Right.
What we're doing can't be done on
Right,
the public comment.
yeah, that's right.
So you wanna add it
Okay,
under
that's
new
what we go-
business
Let's add it under
7C?
7C,
Okay.
7C,
We'll table it for a few minutes.
everyone's report, yeah, because it might be a little bit longer than what we expected.
No, and to do it formally.
And formally, you know, and
Then
everything
Miguel
else.
can have solo.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm gonna write
And
that.
Frances.
Yeah.
I'll take this picture.
Can we move any more public comments?
Anybody online or? No. Okay, I'll get that
Adoption of
over.
minutes.
Adoption of minutes. Take a minute to review the minutes, guys. I have pretty much seen it. Moving to adopt them. 'Cause I have seen them already, I have reviewed. So. Misspelled somewhere, but I don't know. No, but it was, it's fine, it's more data, it's fine. Make one motion first to change the order of business to add 7C. Or Mr. Orr's report.
I second the motion.
The motion,
On favor?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
You got it.
January 27, 2025, regular meeting. Is there to approve?
I see. I motion.
That was a special fall meeting, so you know,
Yes.
I'm fixing. The minutes had the right, the minutes had special call.
I
Yes.
second.
Wait a minute.
The, 2027?
22nd is the first one. Yes,
When do we have elections?
Okay.
Elections before that.
Motion to adopt February, all in favor?
And so what was the next one? No, it was that one. I'm sorry.
All in favor, all in
It was the
favor?
January one, literally. See it, number 8.
Oh,
It
All
was
in favor?
aye for 27.
Okay, February 6th, now these are just subcommittee meeting minutes.
I signed motion,
February 6th, Rudy,
motion, yep. I signed.
second,
22nd.
Second.
sorry.
We need to update Daniel's last name.
Right,
I'm
or
on
it's
that.
ORE.
okay, I'll do that.
No, I'm not talking about Edwin. I'm talking about Danny. Is it two? Is it?
Daniel
Who was the
Monticello, no?
second?
I
That's
think-
correct.
Who
I
was
was the
Francesca.
second for the February.
No, she corrected it. It's
Motion
correct.
second.
I'm OMTECELO.
Okay, it must have been an old one. I saw it.
Yeah, the old one had it wrong. We should-
I didn't do the minutes prior to this meeting.
Right.
Motion to.
Stop.
To approve the
Thank you.
February 13th, February 13th. We just did the.
I did the 6th, now we're doing the 13th.
I know, but he's behind. So are we okay? with February 13th subcommittee meeting, motion to approve,
Motion.
second,
Question for you on these, on the subcommittee meetings, shouldn't they be approved in a subcommittee? Not a
No.
regular.
So, at the regular meeting,
they have to be approved. at-
the following right after,
Right, of the subcommittee though.
no, the
No, the
regular. meeting.
regular, well, minutes have to be approved by the regular meeting.
Would. Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Favor,
All right.
Aye.
February 20th subcommittee meeting, motion to approve,
Second.
First.
okay.
Second.
Just- Good, that was good, we didn't have a first, but we had a second. Awesome. Oh, I can't make a motion on minutes if I write it.
Okay. All right, I'm here, Rudy.
Aye.
Okay, so you see, we got through all this and the lights are still on.
I'm sure.
All in favor?
Thank God, amen.
Okay, all business.
Old business.
The chair, can we have an
Workshop?
update on the workshop, please?
And the workshop, well, today, at least on my part, I called as many people as I could. To try to get a hold of everybody, the RAW especially, I'm not too worried about us, I know we'll be there. And an entire bad team, and just worry more about the officials coming and so forth, so I know Mauricio's office. I don't know if Yuka's gonna make it or not, but I know Panicita told me she will, and Nikita, and he's
Nikita's
gonna,
here?
Nikita. 45 down. And then, so somebody from their office for sure. Brian Avila's, I left a message for them, when I keep on tomorrow, I may even pass by Brian Avila's home office over here, tomorrow, that I have more time. And then, from here, well, I touched the base, our space with all the, town council people and so forth, I think, one of the ones who's gonna be absent is JC. uh,
Fernando?
Daisy Fernandez. He was, but I think everybody else, Steven, Ray Garcia, Brian Morera. And I think the mayor is not gonna be.
Right.
For the mayor.
Didn't, J.C. Fernandez said he had a meeting or something, couldn't make it for that workshop.
Correct. So then I tapped the row afterwards too, left messages for Christy Fraga, Rafael Pinedo, and Marie Porras. Those are the people that I know the most there and so forth. I know Steven was reaching out. I don't know if Steven has had any feedback. You know, if they've responded, if anybody has responded back from any place or any municipality on the letters, or I know with Isle, but just in case.
checking the message she sent me for.
Right, because maybe she's got an update from Rene Garcia's office. I haven't heard from. I've called Lauren, I left a message to Lauren and I read to Rene Garcia too, but I haven't heard from him.
But the mayor is gonna send presentation.
You mean Mayor? You mean Mayor?
Daniela,
Oh, Cava.
That's what I-
Cava has representation.
Annabelle, correct, Annabelle.
Annabelle and Fran are
I know, that's not-
a
At
chief.
least Miami-Dade County, so we can't act better than that.
Yeah, but she's also bringing the chief of inspections, I think.
Yeah, he-
She's bringing her high.
He's bringing a group with her. So we're okay with Miami.
Great, Miami-Dade County,
Yeah.
good. Whether Renee comes or not, that's, but it's a house, exactly.
These counties though.
Right.
County represent.
And they're from Hialeah Gardens or Miramar or one of those, Miramar or any of those areas. And that's pretty much it. Tomorrow is keep on following up. Some of the people that I know from around.
Anything else about the workshop?
Other than that, I think we got everything else pretty much. for
What
marketing.
happened to the attorney, our attorney here? It was originally.
I notified Gastesi and Covilla, sent them an email too, but I haven't heard back, from Gastesi and Covilla.
Okay.
They said they're not gonna give a
And I think
report till June.
Steven was gonna follow up with them too.
But Steve did say that they were not gonna be speaking at the workshop. Steve is.
Oh, he did?
Yes, Steve is gonna
Okay.
be speaking as a council member. And the town attorney made a comment at the last meeting that if a report is made, it will be made. The proposed date is June.
They won't say anything about, anything.
Right.
So I think they've been telling you that and no one's listening to them. It's happened in the last meeting, that no comment.
You mean the last council meeting?
Hmm.
Yes. To June. Josh left it to June. I don't want to talk about it to June.
Right.
That's true.
Okay.
Anything else, guys? Anything else?
I have a question.
Francesca, yeah.
So if someone from Fabrizio's office will hopefully, represent that office.
Felicita was sick, by the way. She couldn't make it today. She was sick. And she couldn't make it. So you guys know, Felicita was sick today, so she could not make it. She
Okay,
wanted to make it.
but for Avila's office, there's been no response.
No response.
Whatsoever.
I'm trying to get anything, so I can't.
So then what do we see as the objective of the workshop? Because at one point we said that it would be a place where clarifications could be made on the two bills, right? But as of now, we have nothing confirmed for one bill, and then the other bill, okay, someone will be present to kind of like elaborate on it. So,
Well, there's a town so far, and that's a resolution already passed by our town council. They've agreed on the last meeting. They've agreed to support HB 313, which is Parisia's bill. Now, what does that entail? How does that entail? We might want Stephen to elaborate more on that, and so forth, but that's where we are. I
I
didn't
think-
write the bill, but
We need to be certain, to start with, that somebody explains the two bills.
I agree.
So the public is aware of who,
understand.
yeah,
Right, and that
the
is
significance of them.
correct.
The significance that one has a 3 mile limitation and the second one.
And if
has-
nobody shows up,
And the second one has the preempt.
Yeah,
and if nobody shows
So
up,
you
or
really want me
nobody,
to explain that?
yeah,
If-
that's what I was hoping for.
or if nobody shows up or anything else, I'll do it. I'll
Okay.
take the liberty of doing it. If nobody shows up or nobody
Steve will do
gives
it.
space,
Steve,
I know Steve will do it, but if I have to do it,
because he is the
I
representative.
think Steve's gonna be most appropriate for that.
Steve is the most appropriate person, if it's not the owner, the own legislator himself.
Right.
He's not
I mean, he's an attorney, so.
And
he's
he's
well
an attorney.
versed.
I mean, the main purpose of the bills is relief, which is really what they emphasized on.
Right.
Now, other than that. They haven't done anything else.
So
But it's-
I want the program to match what, we're discussing here right now, which is the possibility of not having representation from these two offices. So should we alter the program so that way it doesn't look like a no-show? Cause, I mean, I don't know what, I'm
What's the
just
verbiage?
bringing the topic to the table.
What's the verbiage
because
on the thing?
It's not
I agree
here,
with
I
you.
don't remember.
Because, yeah, we should do
On
something,
the,
make a comment.
here it is,
Oh, there you
Doing
go.
things last moment, he could have to print all that, right?
Mhm.
right, I know,
And she's not here. so.
she's right.
No, but if we make the
No, you
update,
have it. It's purpose and explanation of the two
Purpose and
bills.
explanation,
That's.
because people wanna know about the
Okay.
statutes
I
anyway.
put
I mean, the public, the public,
explanation, because I thought Steve was gonna explain
Correct.
in the absence of Avila's office.
correct.
Oh, no,
And I
that's
think that's what he
perfect.
said,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay. I couldn't recall what this.
And he's the
said
perfect one, because he
exactly,
was
so
the one
that's-
that initiated the adoption of the resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's gonna
Fabricio
explain
told
that
me that if we
Mhm.
give him specific questions or whatever, he'll give it in writing. We
The
can basically read it.
answers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so maybe we should prepare, any questions or whatever that we want answers from him. And it just be read in public and that's it.
Sorry, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But we do need to remove resolution of Lannis's town attorney
That's
Gastesi.
the one, well, no, that's by hers.
By Stephen
Yeah,
Hertzberg, it's either one, it's, yeah, first what is others.
The resolution though is basically the recommendation that the BAB gave.
Mhm.
And so
Okay.
of the 5 items,
Okay.
Herzberg can
Okay, here's what we do.
give a brief of each.
Yeah,
just
Gastesi
take
does-
one.
That's right, but either one,
Yeah,
slash
that's
either
why
one.
we put,
You put either one.
right,
But if we know for a fact he's not coming. should
Well,
we-
no, he'll be there. One of the attorneys will be there,
But they're just not gonna talk.
but they may not have
Exactly.
stock.
everything.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, no,
Is
no, no.
that clear?
No, no, no,
Gotcha.
no, no. Left it there.
Should we list the
No, I think it's
municipalities
perfect.
here, even though none have RSVP'd other than Miami-Dade County?
Those are the ones we contact.
And that's what Steve told the Miami Lakers, so you don't know if they're gonna appear or not.
Correct.
Right, okay. All right, that's perfect.
I'll send an email to
Didn't Miramar
you.
have like a council meeting or something, what they,
What's that?
Miramar or something?
They had a meeting.
Yeah.
I'll shoot them another email.
Mm-hmm.
What's the status of it? I'm in communication with their liaison as well.
Anything else? Michael?
Um,
You have any questions?
Are you done with your update for the
Yeah,
workshop?
yeah,
Just so that I can.
Yeah,
get
yeah,
my-
yeah. Yeah. Go through yours. If there's
So-
anything else, or if anybody else has.
I actually have questions on the town side of things. Because there were a couple items that were still pending, that like the town owed us.
okay,
So like the generic business cards,
okay.
that was supposed to be, brought to this meeting. I'm assuming, So. I need to. Okay.
She said, well, for that you're gonna see any updates from the invite from the mayor and elected officials, so we don't have any confirmed on their side. There's 7 RCPs for the workshop through Eventbrite.
So there's only
Seven.
7 people who have RSVP.
Yeah.
That doesn't say who they are.
In Eventbrite, that show, I don't have that name list with me. So that you have an update on the tablecloth and the banner status.
Right.
Name tags, including member, we're ordering.
Right, I'll provide that update.
Okay.
I just needed to know the business cards, cause that's something that was owed to us.
Okay,
I was gonna ask about the metrics on Eventbrite, which you just said, so
Okay,
perfect. And then, she told me that we would see a draft of the program that's gonna be printed,
Okay.
and that I haven't seen even.
Draft program. Okay, she says that she'll have the certificates of recognition ready for the workshop,
Okay.
that she'll bring those, okay. So I'll ask her
Sign
that.
Ask her about the business cards and the program
Program.
proof, because I was going to attach each member's information to the generic business cards in a
Okay.
way that they didn't have to manually write it in. But if I don't have the business cards ahead of time, then I can't do that for them.
Well, Francesca, the truth is that you shouldn't have to do that because other committees have their names on the business cards.
I agree, but for now, I was going to do it to be.
I just don't understand the difficulty if they've done it for other committees.
I would love to know that.
I'm
But
ready
in
for
the
that.
meantime,
Yeah.
get me an ETA for that.
Yes.
And then on the other stuff that has been ordered, the name tag order update was updated last week. The tablecloth is here. I was gonna open it up and show it to everybody.
Okay.
The retractable banner is here, so we're ready for Thursday with the exception of the name tags. And I don't wanna talk about it anymore and put it in the universe just in case FedEx gets delayed, okay? Just like the power has been on, it has been shut off.
So the banner was how much?
Oh,
150.
150 for the banner.
Okay, the tablecloth,
I owe you the exact number for the tablecloth, but it was 220.
okay,
And the name
150
tag.
plus tax.
the name tag.
No, they don't pay tax.
Name
It's
tag.
Or shipping or
150.
something.
No, it was 150,
That's what I had last time.
The name tags are 230.
230,
The tablecloth 230.
220,
220.
220, 230, algo así. And this was 150.
So just these three items are 600.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna make a motion to transfer 699. Is that number still appropriate? Because, okay, I make are we finished with 8
Anything else?
workshop
on the
items?
workshop?
The presentation. Rudy, no presentation component from you. None of the council members have, like Steven hasn't, I know that you had texted him asking if he had. He said no.
He might be preparing something that we don't last minute. I have no idea. But
Okay,
I'll follow up with him.
Okay.
He's
Okay,
probably listening in anyway, so he'll let me know.
okay. Somehow I need the other one.
Yeah, that's what I have here.
Oh, perfect. So
We can hand it over to her.
let me get. I need you to get that presentation over to everybody
If
and
you-
everyone, but I just need to make some.
Promise it's 30
edits.
megs
Okay,
presentation. So if you look on there, it'll say Miami Lakes PvP workshop.
okay,
You copy that over to your computer.
okay.
I have other information on there.
So Isla says that the programs will be printed day of to them. She can send you an email if you want tomorrow for the draft.
Okay,
Business cards, she's gonna check how many they have left, and then she's gonna ask Noah to give you a call tomorrow for any updates about the business card.
okay.
So you'll
No.
receive a
The
call.
generic Francesca they have here in stock.
I know, that's what we were told last time. I mean, there's only so
Where are
much
they?
we can do right now. So I'll hold her, will she be in the office tomorrow or should I just communicate with Noah?
With Noah, yeah, she
With
will be
Noah?
in tomorrow.
Okay.
You can communicate with email, she's available through email, but she won't be physically.
She's only asking so she
Okay.
can come pick up the business cards.
Right, yeah, so Noah will be in communication with you about that.
Okay.
to pick it up.
I don't care who it is, I just
Yeah,
need them,
yeah.
so, okay, perfect. I think I went over all the marketing stuff. She'll give me that presentation. Does anybody else have any marketing requests?
This was a gift, the keychains. That basically, what do they call these things? It's not to give them out.
Oh, like little giveaways?
Yeah. So this guy made it, doing his part for the cause, helping us out.
Well, make sure you share the vendor number because other committees do the same thing and give them out to residents.
Yeah, well, he's now listed as a vendor for the town, Call Graphics in the company.
What was the name of the vendor?
Call Graphics,
BALL.
but this was a donation on his, from his behalf.
Is he in Miami Lakes, Full Graphics?
He's in PSN.
Want to write it in case we ever want to order some.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And he actually does everything, the tablecloths, the name tags and everything, but, we just needed it produced too fast, so,
The timing of things.
yeah. But next time, definitely an option. Since we have $100 left. Anything else we wanna order?
Such a pretty.
Well, if the $99, we don't get charged for the generic business cards or whatever it is that we're gonna get, then you have 99,
What if we just, oh, I don't know. if
we
that's
have
allowed.
$99 that we can order something.
Order business cards?
Or pens or something.
I don't think we can make plans fast enough.
Not for $99.
And not for 99.
I mean, it's usually
Yeah.
a large amount.
We could definitely order custom business cards with $99. I don't know about any giveaways, but I can reach out to call to see if. he has any
I don't know.
cositas.
He's got a
Keychains.
I was asking.
Look, change, it's something, this is something that everybody uses.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If you-
That's what I'm saying. I
And
only
think
mentioned
this
pens.
would be great.
Do you wanna do more of these for the $99 we have left? We can, or we could order business cards that we've been dying to do.
I already said, I'll pay for my own business card order, I mean, whatever, exactly, Judy, whatever.
Depending on the, let's do this.
If we get those, you can give them out at the workshop.
Oh, we still have some left over, but not enough if there's a lot of reservations.
Well,
Somebody,
let's,
when was the tax come in?
so
Tuesday,
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
right, tomorrow or Wednesday is what the email said.
okay,
So-
so question, if after we do the motion to approve the $6.99, then we can add a motion for the $99 to print more of those?
Yes, but can we do the motion open? If the town cannot provide business cards in time, we will use it for business cards. If not, we will use it for these.
Right, but they're not gonna provide the business cards that you want.
Generic cards.
No, but if they provide generic cards, then we'll still
The
get
new ones
this
are
for
all community
$99.
No,
Like the one I gave you?
we're talking about the generic, not with the name.
Right. Like the one I gave you.
Doesn't matter, yeah, we're gonna do it, whatever.
The, I don't see a need, personally, with named business cards, because that's a lot of cards for a small amount of people.
Oh, I
Give you a
I
little
wasn't gonna
box.
do custom with
So just
$99.
They give you like a package of 100 or so.
Right.
That's all they give you.
You
can put anything on it.
Usually they print a
No.
thousand.
No,
No, no, no, no, since, I mean, what they gave us for economic development wasn't a pack like that.
Okay,
Give you like,
and they don't print those in-house.
no,
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 and they have their names on them.
and it has our names,
but
That's
if
something done
we,
in-house.
if we use the vendor I have in mind, we could do 100 per person with customized names and phone numbers for the $100.
Okay, and I'm saying if that's the case, I'll make the motion
I'll
when we
try
get
to
to
go for
item
Thursday,
D.
but imagínate, lunes en la noche. And I have to see what they say tomorrow, because remember, at one point, we were told by the town that it was not allowed. But in the last 2 weeks, a lot of things have been allowed.
Right.
So
Right.
that's why I'm saying I want the motion to be open, so that if it's allowed, I do it. If it's not
One
allowed,
or the other.
I'll get something else.
Paul, Rudy can show you his, it has his name on it, Magali can show you hers, it has her name on it, it's not
I
a
don't have it
secret,
with me.
yeah, but it's
They
not a
weren't
secret.
allowing it before.
Right.
Right.
It was mine,
They haven't
I'm not
been allowing
looking.
it since 2019 with
Here.
BAB.
mine, I know,
With the
they have my
year,
name.
right.
Except
this
with
committee.
BAB.
For as long as I've been on this committee, it was. So,
Okay, so can we move on? And-
Yes,
Okay,
Is there anything else, any updates
anything else besides the keychain?
to close?
We can move on. Item 6B.
Okay, 6B.
I make a motion to transfer $699 from travel to marketing.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is there a discussion? At this time, we're gonna have a discussion that
Cards or?
the $99 that we have left,
let's call it the balance,
Francesca,
because it might be a little bit more.
Balance,
the-
yeah.
the balance
Balance.
of the unused funds can be used to either order business cards that Francesca wants to take care of, or
Keychain.
keychains.
Or more keychain.
Is there a motion for that?
I have a question.
Edwin?
Can I have like a link to the webpage where people put complaints?
You mean this?
Uh,
No,
The pencil.
the complaint.
No,
box.
the complaint page where they go on their follow complaint.
If you go, do you have the?
Means on the card.
Wait, are we talking
Yeah.
about
Oh, you mean
the?
on
The card, yeah, on the card, on the card.
On the pencil.
Yeah.
I think we should put this QR code that has our page on it, which
Yeah.
links
So-
to the
Is
thing.
this that? Okay.
So
You
to
could.
add to, if I design the card, it's going to mimic our QR code with our branding and our personal contact information. If the town gives me theirs, I can't control it. It's the town's one and it's generic.
Oh,
So
Whatever it is.
if I'm able
It's a
to
good idea.
produce, it, absolutely, it will have the QR code. No exception. So I,
thank you. That was my question.
Okay, so. Any unused funds will be used for either
Either.
business, personalized business cards or keychains.
Okay.
As,
if either cannot be.
as
produced in
marketed
time-
by Francesca.
If either cannot be produced in time, I will choose another item.
But you can choose an item that we don't talk about it in sunshine.
Well.
What's the third item?
What is it?
I know
I'm
what you
saying
want.
if-
I know what
if
you
the
want.
Keychain, for example, I have the ability to customize it and add a QR code. I wanna be able to customize it, not just.
Okay, I'm saying, okay, but I'm saying, when you're saying another item, it can't be anything other than a business
Right.
card and a keychain because it's in sunshine.
Okay.
So if there's a third item, would you like to tell us? So we can cover.
Cause keychain
So
covers
you're
that.
okay?
We're good.
So we're all in favor on use for funds will be
Yep.
used for either personalized
Aye.
business cards or
I,
keychain. Okay, thank you. Number three,
Podcast, that should
was
be,
that delayed for next month?
that's your day for next month.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's today, but other people coming in and out, people on the
Yeah.
podcasts.
And I know you're in the middle of the election. and
Yeah.
everything.
I was there for the right, guy.
60 was deleted, we're up
E.
to 60,
Yeah, after, that all depends on committees and everything else. The bills are in committees, guys.
well, I know
But-
that next week the session is going back.
Back, correct. That's correct.
But
You're absolutely
I have
correct.
not seen these two bills calendared because I just tagged it today.
You're right.
But I know they're going back on property tax and on all this.
The
other
regular
stuff.
stuff, right?
the
But
hot
these
topic,
two
right?
items have not been calendared for next week.
Okay, I just came from government affairs with Good Miami, and Tallahassee's in a mess. They're still fighting the governor and the,
But probably,
And the,
we could probably discuss this in a March meeting.
Yeah.
Um,
probably no more.
and, I'd like to make a suggestion. In the event that something occurs before the March meeting,
Mhm.
I think we would have to have a special call meeting in case we have to go before the meeting. Is,
Okay.
we all agree on that?
That's absolutely
Okay.
correct.
That's not an issue.
That's not even-
I'm just, well, but.
But
we
yes.
have to be on top of that, 'cause a
Yes.
special call meeting we gotta get.
She's.
Right.
Are you making a motion?
Disclosing the potential special call meeting.
Sure, it could happen anytime.
I
Get a
have to
call
be
for a
out
reason.
in the open, right? So I'd like to make a motion that if legislation meets on this, Fabricius House bill or Avila's Senate bill, that we have a special call meeting prior to the March 24th
24th
meeting.
meeting, yeah.
to enable to make travel arrangements if we need to travel before.
I second.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Us.
that's very important. Super.
We have to have everything out in the sunshine, so.
Absolutely. Now, based on that, I know that they discussed, as a matter of fact, at the last meeting, trips to Tallahassee,
Yeah.
when will the town will be going again and so forth. They agreed that,
Sorry.
you're the hatcher man?
Yeah, I'm the one with.
You're the
the
hatcher
camera.
man.
So we're not taking off the light, so you guys are good to go.
Oh,
Everything is
great.
working fine.
Thank you.
Alrighty?
thank you, sir.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Killing us.
Have a great night.
Yay, thank you.
We were moving so fast because we thought we were not.
It's working great.
Yeah, that would not have been.
Anyway, right, so they were discussing again, when would they go again? The town itself and
Right,
the
well-
town lobbyists and so forth.
But
They
they are
agree
going
that-
for, okay, so
they
they are
agree that,
getting for dates.
They don't wanna go for that day for, nothing to lobby, some might go on their
Some of
own,
them are gonna go for
Correct.
day, which is
Correct.
April 7th to 9th.
7 to 9.
And
That's
then
correct.
they're waiting to see on the calendar, and maybe some will go in March,
In March, correct.
which is exactly what. we want.
So we are, I think,
So we just have to.
I
wait
think
for the
Esther's advice
calendar.
is correct. Be on the lookout, be on standby,
Mhm.
be on, just to see what.
Because it could be.
What's gonna
you know what happened
materialize.
last time, Right, Miguel? That
Miguel,
we-
right now,
we
a year
went
ago
at the
today.
last Moment,
I think it
remember?
was a year ago now.
Yeah, it was
We went at the
Friday.
last minute.
It was a year ago now.
You were in March?
This year, no, February,
Now this month.
February.
yeah,
Okay.
Actually, it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, the 13th or something, I think it was.
Okay, so the motion was made.
Me, Everybody approved.
Chair, please
Everybody
make sure
approved.
you're attentive and you speak
Oh,
with
yes.
aisle.
yes.
If you want, I'll send you a generic agenda that just says that, one line. The BAB Tallahassee trip in case it is. This way you have it, it's a matter of blasting it to her. Is that okay? Okay. So the next item is 7. Well, I want you to be ready that when you hear it,
Right,
you
here,
send
you
it.
send it.
Right.
Mhm.
The next item, new business, 7A, quarterly town person update. You had the chair
I
meeting,
was there.
but since we haven't had a regular meeting, you haven't been able to update us. Of importance to me is the notices.
The notices that was there, Brian Morera, Vice Mayor Morera, gave out a variety of suggestions and of what to do and what points. I think that we might go back to that 3 absences rule
Mhm.
and everything else. Because other committees are having our problems with attendance, so forth, and we're all responsible for keeping attendance. So we have to follow up with him on what he's doing exactly on that, but yes, that
Well, it
was a big
appears
issue.
that we're going back to the 3-day rule. The second item of very importance to this committee was the notice of the agenda.
That was also kept there within the time. And it has to be within, exactly like they said,
The town manager said
that
that,
town manager was
that it's on the website.
on the website. He agreed with the website, situation too. Yeah. I was clear, no cut. And as could be.
Revision 7 is gonna be deferred to the next meeting since it's this item.
I missed it this year.
Right, we knew he wasn't gonna be here.
Right.
And the item that was added was Edwin
Edwin.
Forrest.
So
Welcome
now
to the
your
committee
turn.
and getting
Welcome again.
sworn in.
Yep.
You wanna give us
Congrats.
some feedback that some of the members have questions for you? Miguel, can you start, please?
Yeah, well,
Reports and.
the,
We gotta put Miguel on the spot.
I guess just to recap, Edwin has compiled the data that's provided on the state's website of complaints, and has made a graphical representation of the quantifying the amount of complaints that have been done. Right? Yeah. So the question then comes in, I was able to get prior, which is what we presented at the workshop in Tallahassee, the blast intensities of each blast. And reality is why Fabricio's bill is proper is that the vast majority of blasts are below what we're asking for, or recommending, to lower the intensity to 0.15. So the question then, comes in, is it possible with what you're doing, what you've done, to do the blast claims or blast complaints that you have, which is this, to the reported blasts? Because I think it'll be curious to see if there are no complaints and we have blasts that occurred, and we can quantify that number,
That's easier to find.
because that'll be a magic number right there. What are these blasts? What is the threshold of this blast that no complaints happen?
Right.
That's ideal, obviously.
That can be done, right? That can be done.
All right, because I'm well aware that there are blasts that the seismographs don't even detect them. And for whatever reason, only certain companies are doing them, 3 out of 5. But it is possible to do so. So that'd be a statistical data of actual numbers from their own data, database, I think is huge. They can't question it.
So you want the level recorded, is that what?
Yeah,
Well,
basically to understand whenever there's an impact that we're complaining that there's no explosion that they're saying. Right, it's like if we're complaining and there's no explosion, like where's the
It's the number.
impact coming from?
right.
That's one of the fears that I had sometimes when I would put a claim in. It's like, is this impact coming from there or is it like a truck that just fell?
Right.
You know, I don't know. The only person who can know is like them. And
And because if you superimpose that complaint with the blast report, then you know it's legit. Because, and actually, I don't know if you're aware of it, the Miami-Dade Pilot Program website, which is where they put the complaint in. If the complaint has been filed, it stamps the date and time of your complaint.
Yeah.
And if it's filed an hour after the blast, it's disregarded.
There's
There's
not a lot
people
of
putting
those.
complaints in just to put complaints in.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's rough too, because I may be sitting at my desk, feel the blast, but I'm in the middle of a task.
Right.
Yeah.
And I may not be able to report it till
Yeah.
2 hours later.
Yeah, right, but you go and you change the time that this is.
Oh, because you have to
Right,
change the
but
time.
people
and
just
then
put
register.
at 10 o'clock at night,
Right.
I felt the blast.
Oh, no, well, that's crazy.
That
Okay.
complaint is voided.
Yeah, but when you go to file the complaint, it lets you pick the
The
time
timestamp.
that the,
Right,
yeah,
right,
the
It
right.
timestamps
Right.
it, and then if you say, if you're at 10 o'clock at night, I didn't put my complaint in, that timestamp, you can update it to the proper time.
So the time that.
If you don't, it's voided out.
Okay, because I've only ever done it changing the time. That's why I was confused about that, but that makes total sense.
Miguel, how about if you don't know when it happened? Like you're traveling and you come home and you find damage in your house. You don't know when it happened.
Then it's not a legit complaint, because you can't link it to that particular blast.
There's no correlation.
Okay.
yeah. What I found in
Mhm.
in some of the research I did was that the number of unique addresses are kind of like not what I would like to be. Like it either lets me know that there's changes happening. It can be better for us. But I just don't know if they're real, you know?
The unique addresses will be individual complaints, because that unique address, it will complain a majority of the times.
Yeah.
It's the same 10 people, let's say.
Yeah. Like those people should get like rewarded, I think.
Right.
Like thank you, like an email, thank you for, helping us out.
Right.
Yeah, they really should. They should get a recognition.
So what you're trying to point me on is a PPV. This is those are
The people, we will able to know the PPV of the blast,
other last.
but based on the complaints that were received,
We could,
we could see, okay, we didn't get any complaints and the blast occurred, what's the PPV of it? 0.01, it's nothing.
It's just that he says.
PPV.
But is he gonna
PPP.
add it as a variable?
He says it's so
I
fast.
know.
What's that?
Can he add it as a variable in his
Yeah,
comparison?
Peter
Yeah,
Blast.
okay, cool, cool.
Peter
I-
Blast.
What's that?
I think.
PPV or
Peter.
PPP?
PPV, peak particle velocity.
Peak
Peak
particle
particle velocity.
velocity.
PPV.
Right.
Okay.
PPV is the speed at which the energy wave travels, and that is what's governed at the state level.
Mhm.
But it's only one component of the energy wave. which is
And that's
another
what you
problem.
want him to know. That's what you want Edwin to add.
Edwin to add the complaints that
Yeah.
not the PPV. I mean, we can look at it, but his study is to look at what complaints have been received versus the blasts that were. So if a blast occurred and no complaints received, then we can look at what was the PPV for that.
Okay.
Because then we'll know the threshold at which nobody feels anything.
Okay, so there's a blast, one table is blast, and that table is PUV, and our table is claims.
Right.
Okay, I'll separate those two.
You superimpose it.
Can you do all three though?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
have a line
yeah,
of exchange?
yeah.
Okay, and if you could get that to IO or Noah, whoever's working on our stuff,
Okay.
so that they can share it with the entire committee, because I
Okay.
wanna add it to my presentation.
Okay.
For Miguel's side of things, it's important for him to correlate it with the PPV because it's like this specific blast, look how strong it was. We got 30 complaints all from that one,
Mhm.
right? It's great for him to add that to his presentation. For me, I want the same information, but I want you to illustrate. How there's so much fluctuation in complaints over time. Because one of the points I'm making is, we want you to file
Right,
complaints.
yeah.
That's how we have more data, we have more structure, and we can properly address the issue with facts and with the
I
complaint,
think this
right?
is huge.
Like, I wanna illustrate the importance of people reporting. So like run the data in a way that you could, I can illustrate that as I communicate to the public. This is why it's so important. I'm not gonna tell you what factors to put into it because
That's the
you
message
know,
that we wanna.
that's the message I wanna convey. So it's almost like two separate things saying the same thing but different ways.
It's reinforcing. Do we have enough time to add this to the workshop? I think this is huge. We can overly simplify the data so people can
But we are
understand.
adding it. You're gonna talk about the graphics that he provides you with and how the claims correlate.
Can you
the-
have another copy,
The
Edwin?
complaint.
I can
correlate.
send it to you.
Well, here, I'll pass it down. I'm sorry. I wasn't
Well, I-
using mine.
No, I wanna keep it as
Yeah, you can
records.
Oh, okay, you can keep that
You
one.
know how I am.
Yeah, of course.
You know, when I
He's
turn it
gonna
over to
produce
somebody
you with
else,
this
it's gonna
graph,
be-
let's call it, right? That compares the factors that are significant to what you're talking about. From the engineering and damage perspective with the reporting implemented, right? Versus he's gonna give me the same type of chart, but illustrating how important it is to report. So that we can say what you're saying. So technically, you're adding it. You're not adding the 12 pages of
Right.
data. Because that's a lot to digest. But you're still adding his
No,
very.
it's a simple one, like one
detailed-
chart.
Just one page.
One
Yeah.
chart breaks it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, but a
Think of it as
handout
one
of this
Yeah.
data, if people are there, they're probably gonna like.
Right, actually, that reminds me, and if I, permit me to interject, the media. Do we have a media, press release to give out and has the news
Oh,
channels? been-
That's a town thing, remember that
That's
we
a town thing.
requested
That
for the
was-
town to produce a media release, a press release.
Press release.
Press release and contact and if you can have it, to get me a
I love
copy, you guys do it, to get channel 4, channel 7, 10,
He has-
That we
Channel
need to know
23 is
about
heavily
first
involved.
thing in the morning. Because.
Yeah.
If we don't get that by tomorrow, there's no way to give the information to the news outlets for them to show
Right.
up.
I have
Has to
to
be added to
know,
the wish
add,
list.
phone numbers,
Mhm.
a lot of them, so whatever you guys gonna send out, send me the message of it.
Yeah.
And I'll forward it directly to the reporter.
I'm communicate with that. So in order of priority, the list that we gave you, make the press release number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, get me an answer on the business cards. Number 3, the draft of the program.
Right, so I'll send you the draft and then, like I said, you'll get a call tomorrow for people that. Okay.
You're able to get the copy of the,
I wanted to make sure I was opening the right file. I didn't wanna, you know.
there's only one,
There's 2 folders, right?
right, but it's its own file, not inside the,
When I open the USB, it's 2
I'm
folders.
assuming. we
right,
finished
so
it.
the BAB,
With Edwin for.
The
we just got- we cut
Mini
them off
workshop
into
or
the
NDC.
no, not the NBC,
We
So
no,
the community workshop,
there.
this one, okay, this one.
So Edwin,
might
do
have
you
to
have
put it
anything
on
to
the-
add?
No.
While they do their own thing?
No, I think,
That
was it,
can
basically
format it
just the numbers.
with the-
I think that the numbers, kind of what she was saying, like the numbers were going down or unique addresses. And I would like that number to either say what it was, or be more like prevalent.
No, I'm asking about if you're gonna be able to do a 1-page.
Yeah.
For, so we can hand it out at the
Yeah,
workshop.
I'll give you a draft tomorrow. Let's,
And then if it's sent to Isle, she can print them for us.
Well, what he provides to IO, it will be shared to all of us. And then I'm going to rework that to make it digestible. And printable graphically.
Right, he has to provide it to Isle,
Yes,
and then you're gonna do what you're gonna massage it, and
Right.
then
and then I'll
tell
send it to
how
IO.
to print it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I just
We
wanna
might
make
be
sure.
able to fit it into the program.
I know, but I'm
What it
just
look
saying,
like.
that's information that if you give out to the public, it's
Oh,
gonna
for
pique
sure.
their interest.
Oh, big time.
For sure.
Big time.
sure,
You
yeah.
know, a PowerPoint that it goes quick.
Right.
But a handout.
Well,
Maybe
goes a million miles.
That's
In the
a
program
big
itself.
difference.
That's my goal.
That'd be
Yes.
huge.
That's why I want him to
That'd be
send
awesome.
it, like the sooner you send it, the more time
yeah,
I
that's
have
what
to
I'm thinking. If I can
picture it up.
tomorrow, then it's doable.
At least a handout, I mean, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are gonna be like, oh,
Thank you, Edwin.
and then someone could say, any questions?
Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Okay, so we're back
Anything
now
else?
to Ron, we finished.
Just so you guys,
There you go.
We're
I-
on
I've been
open
bring, when I bring
discussion.
this, to the presentation. Here, I'll have
Okay.
the copy with the
Just
copy. The air blast that we experienced.
Oh,
This is the
Miguel.
significance of it.
Okay, Miguel presented
Um,
the air.
Yeah. I thought
You get it?
Yeah.
This is what an air blast can do, the effects of it.
Oh.
So this is, it's called an air cannon, and it creates an energy wave.
It's called a
Of
what?
air.
An air
Take
what?
This is an air cannon.
Take it as a.
Air
Yeah.
Cannon.
canyon.
Air cannon. I shot this 100 feet.
Using the air cannon. Okay.
I
You
think this is an
experienced it.
excellent prop to show the effects of the air
Can you-
pressure.
You're gonna
What
bring it,
about the
right?
audience?
So you're gonna bring it, right?
Yes.
You're blocking everybody.
Blasting everybody.
Blasting everybody.
When, if, on my presentations, if you recall, there's seismic energy and then it's the air pressure, overpressure they call it. This is the overpressure part. And this is what we're sensitive to. And our structures are actually swelling. When it receives this impact, the structures actually swell like a drum. And that's what's causing your drywall cracks.
What I wanna know is who you're gonna assign to each person.
Oh, I'm
at the
gonna do it
workshop.
myself. Are you kidding me?
While you're talking,
While he's talking, while.
I don't want to wait to it.
no, that's.
I know, my couple, my couple.
I have two.
Perfect.
While he's talking, somebody can do that.
We can buy a couple other ones with the $99.
Yeah.
I showed this to Louis, like, I saw one. That's one of those kids. That's awesome.
Well, he said he has another one, so we're okay.
But this will get across the room without a problem.
Yeah, no, that's super cool. I love it.
Anything else on the other open discussion?
Yeah, anything else? Don't have anything else, anybody else, anything else? Dan?
Yeah, my concerns are getting people, the higher ups, to be
Right.
present.
Yeah, seeing Steven, I got it.
And hire us on the community too.
Yeah.
Because if the
Yeah.
Eventbrite is any indication,
Yeah. Oh my God.
we need to.
Well, I can assure you that I would say everybody that I've invited that has confirmed that they're gonna go, not one person has gone on the event.
Which is totally fine. That's fine.
You can't go by that, that's why I don't usually go by.
They did. I
By
saw
the
it.
event.
Oh, I
They
think
sent it
you're-
again.
I know, I got them.
Yeah. Yeah, they took a picture of your.
Oh, the
thing.
flyer.
I was like,
dropped
oh,
off.
She sent the actual
And the
flyer.
fly- That's what, and I send it to Pam
Me
too
too,
by
I
text.
sent it to her.
I don't know, the Civic Association, they took a photograph and sent an email out.
I even sent her the Eventbrite.
When they had the original one, but they sent it, so that's okay.
Well, I have
Alrighty.
I have a motion to adjourn, is there a second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Okay, we need to
8
lose
o'clock.
power more often.
Thank
We need to
you.
be threatened to lose power more often.
Thank you.
8 o'clock.